Hello everyone, Tim from Well Done Homestead here, and today is day 4 for my Thankfulness series. Day 4. Today, I am thankful for God's provision. I know that it's interesting, you think about these different things that you're thankful for. I'm going kind of rethinking through my head what things I'm actually thankful for, and it really is the ones that come off as super simple and trite. But I have lived through my life so far, of the nearly 50 years I've been on this earth, and there has always been God's provision. Always. I can see it over and over and over again. From food when I was a kid, and my parents were working hard, and we didn't have a lot of money. People they'd drop off groceries. And times when I was in college and I didn't have enough money to pay my school bill, and it would magically show up. And times when my parents were missionaries to Mexico, and I didn't have the money to go to school, so I had to drop out, and I didn't really have anywhere to live, and my aunt and uncle invited me to come and live with them, and I paid a little rent, but it wasn't much, and they were very generous, and you can see God's hand in provision. I can just see it all through my whole life. There were times when Miriam and I, when we first got married, and I remember one time we had no food whatsoever except for a can of buffalo meat, and I think we had a little bit of flour and an egg and a little bit of milk, and it was the last of the food in the house. And we made Miriam made it, because I don't cook, a buffalo pot pie. We invited a friend over. He brought ice cream, Aaron Thornberry, and we had kind of a final meal. It was amazing, and we shared it, and it was awesome. And literally the next morning, a friend of ours stopped by, and she said to Miriam, I was at work, she said, God told me to get you groceries this morning. And she brought in, I think, more groceries than we had ever had in our cupboards. And you can just see that happening throughout, all the way through. I can see God's provision and people's generosity, God prompting people in that way. And so I'm so thankful for God's provision. Maybe you're thinking, I don't see God's provision that way, and I can say this. I would say you need to take a little closer look at some of the things in your past. I'm going to guess that you're going to see it. Reality is, we're all given God's grace, even if you don't follow Him, even if you're not a believer in Jesus Christ and you haven't accepted Him as your Savior. We all have the ability to get up in the morning. We all have the sunshine. We all have the rain. We all have oxygen to breathe. We have the ability to breathe. We have these common things that God gives to every human being. It's called God's common grace. And if nothing else, you start thinking about those things, and that is definitely God's provision. Stay prepared, folks.